back in action at the Arizona Cup 2024. Eric Bennett with me, the American Paralympian recurve shooter. And Eric, we're down to the recurves. Last two matches, it's going to be the ladies' recurve competition, followed by the gentlemen's recurve final. And so our first match is going to be the ladies' recurve.
Men's Barebow.
Excuse me. I am way ahead of myself. And Eric was trying to tell me. My apologies. It's the men's Barebow competition is next. I was just so overwhelmed by the performance in that shoot-off that I totally forgot about the gentlemen's Barebow. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving into the next match. We have Barebow men. Please bring in the coaches.
So Marcus Cooley, as I mentioned earlier, was a teammate of mine in Santiago at the end of 2022. We had the Continental Championships, had the Masters, Paralympic, and able-bodied teams all together. It was quite an event.
World record holder, huh?
Indeed. So Marcus is the defending champion here at the Arizona Cup, and he was part of the team that won gold down in Santiago.
Archer, Marcus opted to shoot second, so Andrew will be starting us off.
And we'll go straight to it.
Andrew will be shooting first.
Andrew Cousins of California with the 592 in qualification. He beat the second seed, Wallace Woodleaf. Blowout, 6-0.
Yeah, quite handily.
Yeah.
Wind's down a little bit. It
is. Notice that formation there on the distance. We have some more moisture moving in. And a 9 to start. Low 9.
9.
And now the wind is picking up.
9-10 liner.
And it is a 9 just out. There is an 8.
8.
Andrew looked like he tried to help that one a little bit.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of a little English on that bow arm, huh?
Sometimes it's unavoidable.
I can't blame him, considering 8 points on that. So we have a tied score. And there's an 8.
8.
They've got it surrounded. And an 8. We have ourselves a tie.
Couldn't have made that any more equal.
No, it was quite equitable. So we'll go back to the original shooting order after the scoring is complete for this first set. Each archer will receive 1 set point on their way to trying to be the first to reach 6 set points. While we're waiting for the judges to do their job, I want to just ask you a question, Eric, and that is about your current Paralympic journey. You know, you're back from Dubai recently. How are things developing for you moving forward?
Andrew will begin this end.
So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. I didn't shoot my greatest score this weekend, but I finished in first, so that's a big boost heading into the rest of the trials, and I feel really confident that I can do what I need to do. So there's good competition all around. We've got a young fellow, 15-year-old Jordan White.
He's the one who actually beat you earlier today,
He did.
Right?
He beat me quite handily. So I have lots of chances at revenge at the trials for him, but
some pretty impressive numbers he threw up today,
absolutely.
too.
Yeah, he's got a bright future.
Scores are complete. Each archer with 1 set point in this gentlemen's gentlemen's Barebow gold medal final here at the Arizona Cup 2024.
And don't let the Barebow folks hear you call it a compound.
Oh, Lordy, I'm going to be in trouble. You know how they can be. Pitchforks and torches. That's an 8.
8.
Okay, neither of these gentlemen has really shot much above the center line.
Nope. I was just going to point out that every single one of Andrew's shots have been low.
And that one, well, that
7.
that set us straight. That's a 7 out the top. Nicely done. That looks like a 10-9 liner. Probably a 10.
See if Marcus can recover from that last shot.
Talk to me about the mechanics of aiming with the Barebow arrow,
9.
Eric. That's a 9 on that shot.
Man, for me, it's...
We hear the term point of aim. What does that mean?
I think it's different for everybody. For me...
And there's a 6.
6.
For me, I was able to... And I only shot indoors, keep in mind.
Sure.
I was able to put together an arrow combination that gave me a good tune and a good spine, but also left the point long enough that I could aim truly point on. So
9.
I'm looking at the top curve of my point and putting that right through the center of the X on the target. The tricky part is holding that aim and executing without having the clicker to give you an indication that you've reached your expansion. So
you've got a number of almost moving variables, right?
Yeah.
Especially, I imagine Barebow Field is particularly challenging because when you're changing distances, you're essentially changing your tune.
Yeah, you're changing angles, you're changing distances.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I'm not sure if I'm really up for that challenge, to be honest, with all the different string walking and things that have to be done at different distances.
Well, you know,
but I had a great time indoors for sure. So I wondered too, as you pointed out, the low arrows too. I wonder if in a pressure situation like this, in a finals venue that you haven't had familiarization, if it's a matter of not really coming to full draw as much as it is the wind. So
I think every one of those factors comes into play. A little bit of nerves, a little bit of environmental conditions, and of course the fact that you haven't got a clicker on the darn thing. It's got to be part of it.
So Marcus takes a 2-point advantage here. Andrew will still be shooting first.
Yes. That is out the bottom, 7.
Still low, yeah.
7.
Now that's not a wind factor. It's got to be some kind of a form-related thing, I would think. Am I wrong?
7.
Yeah, because of the wind at his back. If anything, you normally are going to hit a little bit high.
You'd think. 7 out the top on that one. And there's a 9.
Good recovery.
9.
Good follow through on that one too. So perhaps that's the...
Yeah. And
8.
an 8 out the top. That one, you know, if I saw a recurve shooter with a release that looked like that, I'd say they had a lot of tension in their hand. I don't know if that's fair to say in this situation.
That is Marcus's 3rd or 4th arrow out the top.
Yeah. When you see those splayed fingers, that indicates tension to me, you know.
8.
I think we might have a tie game here.
Yeah, we do have a tied game. Unofficially, it's going to be 3-3 after doing the math. I believe that, what do you think, Eric? Should we take the chance and talk about another shoot-off?
We're going to go 3 for 3.
Why not?
All right.
This one's going to be close.
I'm here all day. Consistent shooting from both archers.
Guess what? I think for the first time in about 3 hours, it's as calm as it has been. That windsock just dropped and everything just calmed down and a little bit of sun is about to come out.
We've moved back into
There's a little tiny break.
Now, here's the problem with this little tiny break.
Yep.
And
when you're shooting a recurve bow,
first.
you don't have a peep. That light change can affect your string alignment,
Dramatically.
which is still a factor for Barebow.
Yep, for sure.
So this
I
could.
have the place where I practice with my recurve. I get a lot of different shadows in the late part of the day, and it makes a big difference.
Well, we'll see if that affects him positively or not. Back to the original shooting order. And it's another low 7.
It was a quick shot,
8.
too.
Yes. Not wasting any time.
See if Marcus can.
And
8.
out the top, 8. Personally, I'd rather be a little high than low.
Agreed.
And just out of the 10 ring. Low, though.
9.
I'd be moving that side about 2. Oh, wait, never mind. And a 9.
9.
Andrew's best shots have been when he's followed through on the front side. So.
By the way, lame jokes about moving sides to side. These guys can actually move up and down the string a skosh to make those small adjustments, right?
6.
6 points out the bottom. This guy is shooting low. What would you do? You move your fingers down
I would probably.
slightly?
I would aim higher.
Okay.
10.
Wow.
It's a good finish.
Yeah. It's not over yet,
So,
though.
That doesn't win the match, but that puts Marcus up 5-3.
It does.
And with 3 arrows to go, he just needs the tie to put it away.
If he maintains the momentum that he just showed with those 3 arrows, because that's a credible 3 arrows for sure.
Yeah.
Andrew will shoot first for this 5th end.
If Andrew comes through with a solid end here, straightens out his low arrow situation, that could put the pressure on. We could see
we
a
could get
shoot-off.
our 1 arrow shoot off.
We could have it. On the other hand, well, we'll see. Right now, though, it's 5-3. Marcus Cooley of Nevada. Again, remember, this gentleman is a member of the United States Barebow men's team, setting a world record at the Pan Am Championship in Chile. Actually, it's 2022, right?
2022,
Yeah.
yep.
Along with a couple of stalwarts in our sport, Matt Yaka, great guy.
Yep, and Rick Stonebreaker.
And Rick Stonebreaker, who's been around since, well, let's just put it this way. When Moses played Little League, Rick Stonebreaker was at home plate.
I was told he invented archery.
Well, you know, Rick has been around forever. He's honestly a real asset to our sport.
Rick has been one of my biggest supporters for years.
6.
And great
He's supported a ton of people over the years. He's done so much for so many. Okay, 6 points on that one, and we're looking at a 9. Okay, I think we can see how this is going to shake out.
Yeah,
here.
and Marcus's arrows, even though they're high, they're in the same spot every time.
Yeah, very consistent, right? And like I said earlier, I honestly believe part of that is intentional, having them, you know, better to be
9.
high. 9 points. Going to take a full-on derailment, though, to stop this momentum. And there's an 8.
Still
8.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, that gives him a couple points to play with here. That is an 8 out the top.
8.
Anything
So we're
in
at
the
987 for Andrew.
987 will do the job. Anything in the red. And boom goes the
There it
Barebow
is.
Dynamite. That is an 8 and victory.
Good shooting by Marcus. Actually goes good shooting by both.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, look, Marcus came into this thing with a big advantage in the qualifying round if you look at it from raw score.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Andrew punched
Pending
up.
clarification,
Punched
or
up
rather
in weight.
confirmation,
Pretty solid
it
shooting
looks like
from
we
both of
do
these
have
guys.
A gold medal winner. And
Marcus Cooley of Nevada is going to be that gold medal winner. Our defending champion who
yes, indeed.
won the SoCal Showdown last year as well.
Yeah.
Is your gold medalist in
As
the
a recurve
men's
shooter, I gotta
Barebow
say,
division.
those 60-meter targets look really close.
Yeah, they
I
do.
wish I could do that.
They're not, but they are. They look like they are.